Here are 10 apps you can use right now to learn Spanish or another language. Hello language learners, and welcome back to the channel where we share tips for learning languages, study abroad and cultural immersion, and talk to people all over the world to learn how languages unlock new opportunities and enrich your life. Let's talk language learning apps. The main benefits I see for language learning apps is that they give you natural language content to read, listen to, or watch, and that they make it easy to practice speaking and writing whenever and wherever you want. To be clear, no app is going to put a language into your brain. But the apps that make it easier, more convenient, and more fun to practice language learning are keepers. In this video, I'll share 10 apps that you can use to learn Spanish or another language of your choice. Most of these apps are free, and I'll share apps that I use that I think are less well known. So yes, there's Duolingo, but I'll focus on 10 apps other than Duolingo that you can try. Let's jump straight in. Vamos al lío. Number 1, Tandem. Tandem has become my go-to language app in the past few months. The premise is simple. You put languages you're fluent in and languages that you want to learn. Then you browse to find people who speak the language you're trying to learn and are trying to learn the language that you speak, and you start chatting. It's great because Tandem allows you to practice all 4 key language skills. You write and read text messages, you speak and listen to voice messages, and you can get on phone calls for actual back and forth conversation. And something that I particularly like about language exchanges is that they give you a tangible, real connection to the country whose language you're trying to learn. And I think that having real human connections in your target country is one of the best motivators to learn and continue practicing a new language. Some extra things to know about this app. It's free. You can pay for bonuses, but I haven't needed to pay for anything to use the core features. Another thing is that people can leave reviews for each other. Remember that Tandem is an open platform, so you never know for sure who you're going to find. Although in my experience, it's all been positive. Still, these reviews give you another way to filter to find really high quality language exchange partners. Next is that if you're an English speaker, you're in luck because English speakers are in super high demand on Tandem. There are a ton of people from all over the world learning English on Tandem, so if you're an English speaker, you won't have any trouble finding language exchange partners. A lot of the times it's Spanish speakers reaching out to me to start conversations, so it hasn't been a problem for me to find people to practice Spanish with on Tandem. And lastly, there's a bunch of neat features that make the app even better for language learning. Things like voice messages, getting on actual phone calls, and the ability to correct messages that people have sent you and vice versa. What I've been doing most in Tandem is sending a message in English and then a message in Spanish, or same thing for a voice message, or if I'm on a call, I'll do a mix of English and Spanish or break the call into half and half so that both people get to practice their languages. Number 2, HelloTalk. HelloTalk is very similar to Tandem. It's another language exchange partner platform. You set the languages you know, the languages you're trying to learn, and you find people to talk. I've also had good luck finding language exchange partners on HelloTalk, and some of the guests on my Spanish Around the World series videos are actually from HelloTalk. A couple of things that make this app different from Tandem. It has a moment feed where people can make little posts in different languages and other users can comment and read them. So there's more of a collective community aspect to this app. The app also has a learn section to it where you can do grammar and vocab lessons and play language games. And the chat has some features put in place for security, such as no sharing photos or links until a certain number of messages have been exchanged back and forth, so that can be a pro or a con for some. So HelloTalk is like a language exchange plus app, but I really only use it for the language exchange part. Number 3, ImmerseMe. This next app is called ImmerseMe, and I love this app most for its speaking practice component. They have recorded conversations that let you practice speaking with Spanish natives and for other languages as well, just as if you were actually in the country. The recorded conversations really take the pressure off you. The app feeds you the lines to say and you can read them out loud. And once you're feeling good, you can turn off the lines and try speaking on your own to move through the conversations. The app works on computer, phone, VR headsets, and it's a paid platform where you can try it out by typing demo for both the username and password. Check out this video if you want to see my full review of ImmerseMe and learn more about trying the app out for free. Number 4, italki. italki is quickly becoming one of my favorite language apps by far. This is a paid app, so feel free to skip ahead if you're only considering free apps. But I love italki. This app is all about talking and learning from native speakers through language lessons. You can set up lessons to talk to ordinary people who are native speakers just to talk, or if you really want to dive in and explore the language, you can set up lessons with professional language teachers one-on-one. Each teacher has their own style and things that they do because they set up their lessons on their own, so there's a ton of variety. You can search around to find the best teacher for you, and you get 3 discounted trial lessons to try out the platform. In my very first italki session, I just talked to a person from Colombia for 30 minutes about music, movies, and just a bit of everything. I later found a Spanish teacher from Spain who trains advanced Spanish students and has also taught students for the DELE Spanish language exams. I've been meeting with this teacher for the past few weeks. We usually meet on Fridays in the morning before I go to work, and she organizes the classes completely. I'm a huge fan of the classes, and it's been a great way to practice Spanish in a more organized way. Number 5, Spanish Dict. Spanish Dict is my bread and butter Spanish dictionary. You can put in a word and it will give you the definition, show you examples of the word being used in sentences, teach you how to pronounce the word, and also give you sample phrases and expressions that contain the word that are normally used in everyday speech. If the word is also a verb, they'll break down every single conjugation for you right there. And you can save words and phrases to the app to come back to them later. This is one of the first places I check when I learn a new word to really understand what it means and examples of how to use it. And my recommendation is to use this as your go-to dictionary, but to also try the word of the day feature where you learn a new word each day and go through the definitions and sample sentences to really build up your Spanish vocabulary over time. If you're enjoying the video so far, give a gentle nudge with the like and subscribe buttons and let us know which language learning apps you've tried yourself. Number 6, Google Translate plus Quizlet. Okay, I know this might raise some eyebrows, but hear me out. I always used to criticize Google Translate, but it's gotten pretty good over the past few years. And when you combine it with Quizlet, there's a quick hack that you can use to instantly create tons of flashcards that you can then study in your free time while on the go to expand your vocabulary. The hack basically involves saving words and phrases and their definitions into Google Translate over time as you come across them in your day-to-day. Then when you build up a list that you think is sizable enough, maybe like 30 plus phrases, you can convert that list of Google Translate bookmarks into flashcards instantly on Quizlet. If you want to give the instant conversion to Quizlet flashcards a try, check out this video where I walk you through how to set it up from scratch. Number 7, Reversal Context and Lingui. Reversal context and lingui are two good backups for vocab. Sometimes you get a word that means different things in different places, and neither Spanish Dict nor Google Translate give you satisfying definitions. The next places that I usually check are these two sites. They give you examples of the phrase that you're looking for in written text, articles, news stories, and the benefit is that you get to see tons of different ways that the word or phrase that you're looking for is used. So you get some of the more common and less common definitions to give you more context around the word or phrase. Number 8, UTalk. This is another paid app, but it comes with a big discount. I use this app mainly to discover new vocabulary words that I might not come across in my day-to-day normally. It also has some games that you can play for speaking or memory and recall, but I like this app personally most for vocab discovery. They have little packets of vocabulary words on topics like military intelligence, disaster relief, and Summer Olympics. So things that are not as common that you probably wouldn't find in your day-to-day, but that are still useful to know. Another good thing about this app is that in the phrase practice section, they have native Spanish speakers who pronounce all the vocab for you, so you get to hear how words really sound. So if you find yourself doing well with the vocab you come across in your day-to-day normally, and you want to stretch yourself a little bit, try out UTalk and see if you can find new words there. I'll drop a link in the description to UTalk that will give you 30% off the app, so if you're interested in trying out the app, use the link below to get it cheaper. Number 9, Hi Native. Hi Native is a cool and simple app concept. Ask the language doubts you have and get responses from native speakers. And you yourself can weigh in on doubts that other people have to help answer their questions for the languages that you know. There are some other interesting, unique features like live streams, and you can even become a Hi Native live streamer if you want to help people in the language that you know, but I mainly use this app for asking questions. One sort of con is that it's not always clear what features are free or paid, so you can get hit by a lot of paywalls while using the app. But once you get used to the app, you'll know these and be able to navigate it better. So if you ever find a word or a phrase and you can't get definitions anywhere, and you don't have anyone to ask, try asking on Hi Native and see if someone responds to you and answers your question. And number 10, Spotify. Last but not least, Spotify comes in clutch for language learners. You can listen to music in Spanish, and Spotify has great Spanish podcasts that you can listen to as well. So you can find podcasts on any topic that you're interested in, and just make sure that it's in the language that you're trying to learn as well, to kill two birds with one stone and learn an interesting topic while practicing your language. If you're looking for some good Spanish podcasts to try out, check out this video where I walk you through 10 Spanish podcasts that I've listened to that I think will help you improve your Spanish in a fun and engaging way. I hope you enjoyed the video and have some good apps to help you start or accelerate your language learning process. Sending good vibes and energy to you all, and hasta la próxima.